Interesting question. I studied in Kenya, did my high school, undergrad in Kenya, and then after that, I decided to apply to grad school. I started my own business in architectural practice. I'm an architect by profession. I started my own architectural practice, and then COVID happened, so things slowed down. So I decided to apply to grad school. Applied to four schools. That was MIT, Harvard, Berkeley, and Columbia. Got accepted to all of them.
Nice.
And I decided to go to Berkeley because they offered me a full scholarship.
Was that for your master's?
Yeah, for my master's. Yeah, undergrad I just applied to our local university in Adventist.
What was your master's in at Berkeley?
It was a master of electronics and architectural design.
Okay, so you stayed in the architecture space for your master's.
Yeah, and then I got a couple of offers when my Berkeley degree was coming to an end. Mainly Harvard and MIT came down, really good offers.
There's our other friend coming.
Yes.
We'll keep focus here. We're just gonna let Griffins into
Oh, okay.
into the room.
Harvard and MIT came back with really strong offers, and also I got a couple of offers from tech companies as well. But I really wanted to go back into research and also potentially work in tech.
So what was it that you studied? It was now your your doctorate
No,
at MIT,
no,
or
another master's.
second master's at
Science.
MIT of science?
Yeah, Master of Science.
Okay.
It's a Master of Science in Architecture and Urbanism, with a focus on architectural architecture. Minor in business.
Speak a little louder if you could.
It was a Master of Science in Architecture and Urbanism, with a focus on architectural computation. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have an idea, just lots of school, right? Tell me, what has your faith meant for your work?
It's meant a lot. And yeah, after MIT, I went to work for a tech company, a really wonderful tech company based in the Bay. It's a Series B company. They were doing some really interesting computational architecture.
Question, what is Series B?
Series B. So when you start a company, and I know a lot of people here will start amazing companies, if you are raising funds from investors, they do it in a number of rounds. The first round is called your pre-seed. The second round is called your seed. And then after that, Series A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, so a company that's gotten to Series B is a company that has around 200 people. They have well-known investors and they have very distinct customers. Yeah. And you guys should really be thinking about starting companies. I mean, this is called the Gates Foundation. Who knows how Bill Gates was when he started Microsoft?
Young.
19.
19, correct. How old was Mark Zuckerberg when he started Facebook?
21.
19, correct. Yeah. So
How old were you when you started your architectural firm?
I was old. I was pretty old. I was like 24.
Oh gosh.
But just going back to your question, I mean, in between these gaps, going from my undergrad to my grad school, going from grad school to my career was always a really difficult transition. For grad school, these schools are unbelievably expensive. I could have never been able to afford it. For grad school, right now the country is going through a lot of changes, so they're not hiring immigrants like me as much. So we're subjected to a high level of scrutiny. For this role, for example, I had to go through 9 interviews.
Wow.
To get this role. And God has been with me throughout this journey.
Amen.
Even when I wasn't with Him. Yeah, He never gave up on me. It's been challenging, but it's been full of really, really, really powerful lessons. Yeah. Just don't give up on your faith. Your faith will guide you through some really difficult times.
What is your religious background?
So I've always been a Christian and Adventist. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Let me ask you one more question, and if you had any notes, I see you have your journal with you, so if there's anything that you wanted to share, maybe my last question is, how important has it been to be plugged into a local church while you've been, 9 to 5, probably more than 9 to 5, right? You're working 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
You're in the corporate world, right? You're probably going home doing more work.
Yeah.
How important is being part of a local church community for you?
It's absolutely essential. And one vow I made to myself 3 years ago is I'll never miss a day of church.
Nice.
If I have a chance. I mean, so even when I travel,
Amen.
I try to go to a local church as much as possible.
Amen.
2 years ago, I was in Hong Kong, found a wonderful Adventist
Uh-huh.
church.
Nice.
The head elder translated from Cantonese to me in English.
Oh, nice.
And I think it is, and I mean, you see this even in the Bible, in Acts, where Paul essentially tells the Bereans, yes, I think it's wonderful that you do question what I tell you.
Yeah.
That's in, I think it was in Acts chapter 1, verse 7, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Acts 7?
It's Acts 7.
Acts 7, yeah.
Pastor Dan, maybe you can confirm. But yeah, the Bereans who are checking the Bible for themselves, not just
Yeah.
taking Paul's
Yeah.
word for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Acts
also,
17.
yes.
Yeah.
This was when they went to in Greece. Paul goes to the Areopagus in Greece.
Oh, yes.
And he references the Bereans.
Yeah.
He also praises the Bereans for their fellowship. They tended to work together. They used to read the Bible together. I think it's so important to be within your church community and not just to take from others. I think it's also very important to give. Because other people will benefit from you being you and your talent. Yeah. So yeah, I would implore you to build community within your church and give back to your church. Yeah.
That's so good.